Our first Bourek! Yay! Alright, Habibis. So in here there is ground beef, chopped parsley, onions, allspice, salt, pepper. That's it. Shakumaka Habibis, it's your boy Taif back with another episode on We the Habibis, and today I got an awesome guest with me. Can't wait to share her story with you guys. So Deb, without further ado,
hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. So we're pretty stuffed up right now.
We are, yeah.
We had some Bourek, which was
so delicious.
Was your first Iraqi meal?
So delicious, yeah.
And Mom, again, I'm gonna drink a beer. I'll cheers to you. Let's talk
For my
about
mom,
Deb.
This is just orange.
Yeah, right. Who's Deb?
Yes, hi. My name is Deborah, and I run a blog over at Coffee Prose and Pretty Clothes. It's, and if you want to check it out, it's coffeeproseprettyclothes.com.
No, like, do check it out.
I primarily do fashion blogging. Hence Pretty Clothes, but I try to do book reviews, which is where the prose part comes in. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Before I start grilling you with a bunch of questions on your blog, earlier we were talking about kind of Deb's upbringing and all that, and I want to touch base on that first because I think it's a really cool story. So tell us a little bit more about that and where you grew up.
Sure. So my family is South Korean, but my parents immigrated from Korea, and my dad worked for the Foreign Service, and so I grew up abroad a lot, and I lived in England, mostly England, and Germany, and Switzerland, and Spain.
And how many languages do you speak?
I speak some German, and Spanish, and Korean, and English fluently.
That's it. It's like 4 languages, like no big deal. How old were you when you came back to the U.S.?
I came here for college, so around 2018. So around 18, 19 years old. I did a year in Tibet before I went to college. I taught English at a monastery in Tibet.
Oh
so
my God.
Yeah.
Another thing that really caught my eyes, you touch base on a variety of different subjects, but everything becomes so cohesive. And I just don't know how you do it. So like, I know like books, for example, is a big thing of your blog. So how did that come into styling, for example?
Well, so there are actually 2 different things, but I kind of built it into my brand, for lack of better term. I hate to be that person to talk about like my brand, but I mean, yeah, but like literally, like it's part of the name, so like it's not something that I'm ever, and I've always been, ever since I was a little kid, just like a very voracious reader, and so I can't just not talk about books because I'm always at any given point in time reading at least 2 books, and so
God damn.
I know. Right now I'm reading like 4, so
Oh my God.
Me, yeah, my Goodreads. I have a very active Goodreads account, and so
wow. Obviously, because we're on We the Habibis, I know that food is another thing that's pretty big on your blog. Yeah. So what's up with that?
My family, I'm Korean American, and so I grew up on Korean food. My mom makes, I personally think my mom makes the best kimchi in the whole wide world.
Just for the Habibis back in Iraq, who I guarantee you don't know what the hell kimchi is. What is kimchi?
So it's basically pickled cabbage with a spicy sauce.
As you're describing it, the only thing I can think of is kebabs. Like Iraqi kebab mixed with kimchi.
Oh, God.
Like, oh man, that sounds so good. Maybe we should collab one day on a cooking process. You make the kimchi, I'll make the kebab. That would be so amazing. Anything else you wanna share with the Habibis out there? And with the followers of your blog?
I guess thank you to followers of my blog. Thank you so much for following me for all this time. I'm so glad that you guys like what I put out, and hopefully I'll be able to do right by you by putting more honest content and just kind of putting my best self out there. And for the Habibis who are gonna hopefully follow me from this, like, you know, thank you so much.
They will. But they will.
You're like, they better.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming. I definitely enjoy making the Bourek with you. And you made a really good one.
Thank you.
You were like a pro at it. That was solid. That was awesome. And we'll definitely think about that kebab kimchi situation.
Yes.
Awesome.
I'm like expecting
Let's make
that.
it happen.
Yeah.
All right.